Utopia podcast. The party worked to get Kapa out of the basement of the temple, hoisting her up through the roof, onto the roof, and then down into Godfrey's arms. Gahesh and Ziba, being stuck, the last two on the roof, decide to climb down, while Ziba jumps onto her pack, almost dying. The party then moves through the alleys with Kapa unconscious in their arms and decide that she needs to not be wearing her acolyte clothing. They change her to disguise her from anyone they may see on the street and head to the healer Gilda in the Thieves District. Gilda works her magics in the hospital, while Godfrey and Gahesh keep watch, and Ziba, needing tending to on her own, hangs out with Godfrey, getting healing and learning a little bit about healing abilities, while Livy heads to the Drunken Stump to find the awareness of their friends in their room there. And that is where we find the party.
No.
He said,
all right, Livy, you make it to the Drunken Stump. You pass ruckus teenagers and different people on the street. And it's like the Drunken Stump. The Drunken Stump is a popular place. It's a great place to go, have a drink, play, games. There's chess and checkers, and there's a little band in the corner. It's really just like a lute and a flute player. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna go to the barkeep, our good friend.
Livy, you made it back.
Yes, sorry, I keep on forgetting her name. The woman who was here this morning.
Clara, she's here. And he points, and she's taking
Did Clara
drinks
give
around.
you the message I told her to give you?
Yes. Oweta has gone somewhere safe?
Yes, if you ever manage to get a message to her, discreetly, tell her her daughter is also safe.
Oh. He leans over the bar. Have you seen Kapa? How is she? What is going on?
It is. I wanted to whisper, but I feel like that would be too quiet for the audience. So it's a stage whisper. It's not that I don't trust you. I'm just scared of you. It seems a very complicated and delicate situation.
Oh.
And I think for your own safety, you might not want to know too much. You understand?
Okay.
But know that she is safe right now. We found her. She seemed a little bit hungry and thirsty, and she's resting right now.
All right.
And we haven't been able to get a lot of information from her, but the moment she is better, we will try to bring her back to her mother.
I'm putting my trust in you, Livy.
Yes, thank you for that.
She's a dear friend to me. Both of them.
Yes, so if you're able to get this information out to her, and I don't know if you can, let her know she is safe. Let her know her daughter is safe and sound.
Okay.
Yes, but
I
I
have
just
a message for you.
Oh, neat.
Your friends have gone to look for Mr. Anchor.
Well, yes, it seemed appropriate. It's probably best they don't get involved.
And your lizard friend left quite a mess in his room. It was very unpleasant. Those wolf pups are not meant to be inside.
Did he bring the dogs? I don't know if I can afford to pay for the damage.
Oh, he covered it, but just why would someone think that was okay?
He has a unique sense of everything. Very interesting man. Did he take them with him? Did he leave Zippas?
I have no wolf puffs in my inn anymore. Thankfully.
Zip is going to be heartbroken. But it's probably better. I mean, she refuses to say how old she is, but I have a feeling she would not be able to raise a puppy.
Yes, I have another thing to say about that. The guards that were here earlier, they said that she looked familiar to them. And I let them know that she was not the person they were looking for, but there are missing posters around town.
Oh, shh.
Did she tell you she ran away from home? Is she a runaway?
She doesn't like... I figured. She might be. But she doesn't talk about it a lot, and I'm trying to respect her boundaries while looking after her, you know? I don't really know what
Yes, she seems very strong-willed.
She is. To be honest, I'm not used to looking after kids. I don't know if I'm doing an okay job. I'm just trying to make sure she's okay.
Kids just want love and acknowledgement, and sometimes they can be a little nasty, but...
Yeah, I tried convincing her to go home, but she wants to stick this out.
Well, I covered for her once, but
Yes, that is...
don't want...
That's very appreciative. Thank you for even doing that. I would never ask you to, but thank you.
He kind of leans away and grabs a glass and starts polishing it. Perhaps a name change is in
I'll bring it
order.
up to her. Oh, and then the reason I came here, I wanted to make sure our rooms are still open.
I closed them out, but we're not full yet, so I have one room left
that
for
would
the
be
evening
great.
if you'd like.
I used to have a place here, but it's not. I sold it thinking I wasn't gonna come back. Shows what I know, huh?
Life works in mysterious ways. And he holds up his left arm. If this wouldn't have happened, I wouldn't be here, and I wouldn't have this beautiful bar, and have met you, lots of other amazing people.
So, silver lining and all that. Well, it was 11 gold, right? 11 silver,
11
sorry.
gold?
What am I mistaken? Was it more?
For
a room?
Oh no. It's 5 silver.
No. Nice. Alright, he'll slap the 5 silver on the bar. I'll make sure to keep you posted, alright?
Alright, he hands you back a key. Just, be sure to lock up. I think people didn't lock up, and that's why that awful thing happened to your friend.
Actually, I think whoever did broke the lock. They broke, I think they did this on purpose. So, that or some other reason. So, I thought you should know that. Sorry, it slipped my mind.
All right. Pint of blueberries. He goes to the back. Your intense conversation kind of widens as you hear the music of the room again, and the chatter and the clattering of plates and dishes and
one
laughter
to go.
of people around you.
I have to go.
All right.
Yeah, check up on our friend.
And he hands you a small bowl of blueberries.
Cheers. All right, I'll be back tonight. And he waves.
All right. Great. How is Godfrey holding up to Ziva's incessant question?
What's your favorite color?
Gray.
Why is it your favorite color? My color's purple. Why don't you like purple? Do you hate purple?
I did not know your favorite color was purple. Why do you like the color purple?
Well, it's because I lied, because lying apparently okay now. It's actually red. You would know that if you paid any attention.
What the fuck is it?
I feel like that was quite unfair. You've been asking me a lot of questions, and I forgot that you had already told me your favorite color was red.
That's
My
okay.
apologies.
I'll let it go this once. I feel like we're getting pretty good friends now, so, I forgive my friends.
I'm not sure if we would go so far as friends, but
She's
we
like
are getting
4,
to know
dude.
each other quite a bit. I will agree on that.
I'm older than 4.
There was a man that came in, got in a bar fight, had a broken glass on his head that needed stitches. There's a little boy, probably 5 or 6, that came in that had a cough that Gilda made some syrups for. Just like normal doctor stuff at this point. Gahesh has not left K-Paw's side still.
Can I try it?
Holding her hand. Try what?
I was talking to Godfrey. Can I try rapping it now? I've seen you do it 5 times. I could try. I could do it. Let me try. Let me try doing it. Let me try.
Do you want to try on my arm first? Here.
Yes. And she excitedly grabs the bandages and starts
Yep.
haphazardly tying around Godfrey's arm.
Oh, yes. Yeah. Yes. Oh, maybe a little less tight. You don't want to cut off the circulation.
But this is how you did it.
Oh, yeah. Yes. You're doing great. I'm just giving you some coaching.
She tie it off in a very sloppy bow and goes, "Okay, I don't have a lollipop, but pretend this is a lollipop. Here you go. Good job."
Oh, wow. What a tasty lollipop. And he puts it against his mask and goes, yummy.
At this point, Livy walks up.
Oh, Livy, you've returned.
Is Ziva patching you up?
Yes, she's learned
You gonna
quite
be
a
a doctor,
lot
Ziba?
since
Actually,
you've been gone.
maybe my good work friend, we could discuss something real quick. Just over here. Livy will give you a look.
Oh, sure. Do you want to hear about all the stuff I learned? I didn't even learn about from books.
Of course, that's what we are going to be talking about very in this corner. Okay, so, Ziba, there is wanted posters for you everywhere.
Yeah. But I'm supposed to become the hero, not
No,
the
I
bad
think your
guy. Did I
parents
get
might
that
be
mixed
worried
up?
about you.
Oh.
Right. So you've already said you don't want to go home.
No, I gotta prove my siblings wrong first, or they're just gonna make me go back to school just to drop out and help on the
Alright.
farm, just like the rest of
If
them.
this is my suggestion. You pick a fake name and go, and we'll call you by that name.
Like a secret
Yes,
identity.
like a secret identity. You're doing this to protect your loved ones from the villains. You
Or
can
like a
pick
really
out
cool
your
one,
own.
right?
See, you can do it, and you can pick out as cool as you'd like. It'll be a fun game.
Oh, I have to think about this.
Okay.
I don't know a lot of words, okay? This might take me some time. And so it just sits down and just really intently starts trying to write letters in the air.
Crimson?
Is it see?
Because your favorite color is red?
No, people look at me weird if I was named after a color. I don't know.
Most of my
Alliteration?
names I've thought of
Go
are
with red.
titles for essays.
Red Robin. No, that's not Yum. I feel like that's trademarked. Anyways, it probably is. I need time to think of this. Gahesh calls out, "Oh, everyone, K-Paw!" And you watch as she takes a big breath. You audibly hear an exhale, and her eyes open, and he kneels down next to the bed. "Are you okay? What happened? What? K-Paw!" And he just like picks her upper body up off the bed and gives her a huge hug. And she just is like, ow, ow, ow. Gosh. What? Where am I? What? Put me down. And he like puts her down gently onto the bed. You are at Gilda's, and Godfrey's here. And he motions over to Godfrey. She looks in your direction. And we found you, and you were in the secret portion of the temple. What happened? She's super weak, and she doesn't even really like lift a hand or an arm. But she looks up at Gahesh. Guinevere, I think she tricked us. Yeah. At least my class, all of us in the ceremony, she said we needed to learn Infernal to become priestesses. And I never did it. But I chanted along with everyone else in that room, and she put something in the middle, and this dog with fire gills and fire breath, it attacked us, and I tried to kill it, and no one was fighting back, and she got mad, and that's all I remember.
Well, you were very brave. Hi, my name's Livy. Your mother asked us to look for you. That's why we're here.
She looks around the room. Where is she?
She, we're not exactly sure, but, she left just before the, temple started looking for her, and we're pretty sure she got away.
The temple's looking for her.
And we also, sorry, I had to look, but your journal, they didn't find it, and he'll give it to her from your home, and also your journal from the temple. Again, sorry to invade your privacy.
Puts her
while
hands.
we're trying to find you.
She puts her hands over the tops of the books where you set them on her person. This is way worse than I thought. She looks up at Gahesh and meets his eyes, and then looks over at Godfrey. We need to get back to the court. We need to do something. She tries to lift herself off.
Wait. Please don't. We do. But you need to be strong enough to do so. Let's take the night. You get some food and some water. We'll sleep here. Then we'll go tomorrow.
Also,
Okay.
when you're well rested, obviously. I have a million questions for you, and I want you to know that beforehand.
She looks over. I will answer as many as I can.
Thank you so much. Again, I will let you rest, but I want you to be prepared.
Gilda kind of hovers around the group, around K-Paw's, cot. But she has just some warm water in a mug and a few slices of bread on a plate. She's kind of just standing, looking around awkwardly, waiting for the intimate conversation to end. And as soon as she sees her way through, she climbs up and sets them on K-Paw's lap on top of the books and just says, "All right, drink and eat. Let me take another look at you." And she starts flipping through her colored monocles again and pinching and prodding and poking. And K-Paw at one point is like, "Ow, what the..." "Well, the salve hasn't worked enough yet. Good to know. Let me make some more." And Gilda gets down off the steps and heads back to make some more of that bright fluorescent purple salve goo that she put in the wounds.
What is that, anyway?
Are you asking Gilda?
Yeah.
She dives into this huge thing about fluorescent moss in a bay south of here that she harvests and uses as a healing kind of glue on like stitches. She's like, "It's less invasive and it looks pretty and it does a good job."
Livy is writing this down.
Godfrey takes mental notes.
He's just furiously writing his
Alright,
journal.
what would you all like to do? Are you just gonna hang out? It's pretty late now. It's probably like 11:30 or midnight. It's gotten very slow, and Gilda turns the door sign to closed and locks up.
We have a room. I was only able to get... There was only one open. If you want, you can... I guess, we can roll out. Me and my friend here are already staying in one. I guess we can roll out some mats or something? Unless you have a place to stay.
Kahesh looks at you, Livy, and he just says, "I'm not leaving her. I will sleep
Fair
here."
enough.
Yes, and we shouldn't move her
K-Paw
yet.
drank the warm water and ate one of the loaves
you
of
two
bread
want-
before falling back to sleep.
If you two want to return to the inn, that's fine. We could stay here. If you would like an extra set of hands in case things get rough going through the rogue district on the way,
I'm
I could
good.
join you.
I'm from here. I know where to avoid when it gets dark.
Ziba's gonna yawn really loudly and then just look at you and be like, "I can take care of myself.
No, Ziba.
Okay?
Have you
I
been-
don't need anyone to tell me when to go to
It's okay,
bed."
Ziba. I get sleepy too.
No one was telling you.
All the time as I get older. To be honest, I'm probably more sleepy than I was when I was younger. Youth. Non-creaking backs.
Very well. Do you intend to meet back up with us here tomorrow?
That would be good. I will also try deciphering some of the you know what.
Yes.
Alright, Ziba.
Oh,
Let's go.
Livy, I came up with a new name. My superhero name.
Oh,
It's what my mom used to call
Okay,
me.
what's your
It didn't
superhero
quite
name?
make sense. She used to always call me her chickadee, but I don't think that made a very good superhero name. So what if we just go by like D or Dee Dee?
I was actually going to suggest that as a joke.
I thought it was a joke. I even wrote it down in my journal. I said a very funny joke today. It's not a joke.
It's not a joke. Good. All right, Dee Dee. Let's go, Dee Dee. I'm just going to say it a lot so we don't forget.
And that's why I think saying it twice will help.
Absolutely, Dee Dee.
All right. Livy and Dee Dee make it across town, and you get a cozy bed at the Drunken Stump for the night. Godfrey and Gahesh get long rests at the healer, and the sun rises. You have your long rest.
The sun comes out tomorrow.
Thank God I need it.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Beautiful.
Been a long
rest.
day.
Listen, if you are new to podcasting and you're looking to get into it, Anchor is the way to go. Anchor is a free podcasting platform. It allows you to edit, record, upload, add music, completely all-in-one tool. Not only that, but it distributes your podcast across all platforms and has no minimum listenership to allow you to start gaining ad revenue. If you are new to podcasts and are looking to get your podcast out there, I definitely recommend Anchor. You can download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started. That's download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm to get started.
Livy will wake up as early as he can. And I'm assuming Ziba is like clonked out, and he'll use that hour to do a ritual cast of
Great.
comprehend language. And I know this is going to be shocking, but he's going to know Infernal.
Never saw that move coming.
And while he waits for Ziba to get up, he's going to read through this book.
It is literally a how-to on how to create teleportation circles from the Underdark.
My sherry on my sherry on my fucking ass. Yeah, this is too complicated for you to understand. Just so many demons. Livy will be like muttering that the entire time.
Yeah.
He's still very salty.
Great. You do that. K-Paw wakes up a few more times in the evening, Godfrey, and you're able to get more bread and warm water for her, kind of tend to her. She gets a little more down and she's strong enough to sit up by the time that morning comes. Ziba and Livy, you wake up, Livy journaling and Dee Dee doing whatever you would like. And then heading over back to the healer to meet up with Godfrey and Gahesh.
I'm just gonna wake up at the last minute.
Cool. I feel like Livy maybe has to wake you up.
It was a very long night. That was way past our bedtime, okay? We're like up to like 1 a.m., like 1:30.
In front of Ziba's face, like he'll go down.
We probably slept in all the way till 8:30.
I feel like at this point, Livy will know if you like bacon or not, right?
Oh, yeah. Go for some bacon.
Like, what foods does Ziba like?
Eggs and bacon for sure.
So he'll go downstairs, grab some food, and hold it in front of Ziba's face as you sleep.
As soon as the door opens, she like springs up and goes, "Say something for me!"
All for you.
Oh.
All for you.
Thanks.
Except the blueberries. My blueberries.
You eat a lot of blueberries. You must really like your fruits and vegetables.
Yeah, I don't really eat meat.
All right.
My cousin tried doing that for a time. It didn't last long.
You all head back to the healer, where you find Godfrey and Gahesh tending to K-Paw. Gilda is sitting in the corner in a comfy chair she has there for watching over patients in the evening, drinking a cup of tea.
Does that woman sleep?
She did. She closed. Last night. Anyway. We're back. By the way, no, I'm not gonna say it because that would look very suspicious holding up I was gonna say he was reading and walking at the same time, but I'm gonna say he's reading and walking because he wrote everything down in his journal. So he, like, while the spell was active, he wrote everything.
On your way
down
over,
in his
you see about 5 missing person signs with a drawing of Ziba's face on them.
He'll tear down every single one just as they pass.
Cool.
Oh. Whoa, let me see that. They didn't even get my face right. My nose isn't that big.
Cool.
And then Ziba will, like, put up her hood a little bit, be like, they don't need to see it anyways. It's not that big.
You have a beautiful nose.
All right.
She's definitely keeping one of the pictures. She's never really had her own portrait before. It's always been with her
Are you
siblings or
putting
something.
it in the apple mush backpack? Because if so, it's destroyed in the applesauce.
Oh, she totally is. She doesn't even realize.
Well, I also have some of them.
Great.
So I'm assuming what's going to happen is, like, Livy will, like, give one to DD, realize what's going to happen, and then just keep one in his backpack.
Beautiful. All right. What are you all doing?
All right. So I
Well,
was going to do something
apparently
at
at
court,
court.
but everyone, I managed to do magic, and I got the language, and I wrote everything down. I magic.
You learned a whole language in a night? I thought you weren't supposed to cram for things.
I didn't. I just did magic.
You're saying I could do magic and I wouldn't have to study?
Well, the magic depends on what type of magic it is. Actually, we can discuss several different magics and the various uses of them and the ethical ones later. How about that?
Okay, as long as I don't have to read any books.
She was right. The book was a introduction to summoning.
K-Paw looks at you. I told you. They summoned some kind of fire dog. It attacked all of us as soon as it came.
Yeah, we saw him. We saw it in the basement. He liked me.
He liked you. It almost killed me.
Ugh.
Liv, he's just a very likable person.
Most people think that. Other people
Are you
want
a
to punch
druid?
me in the face. No. I just like animals. Like this little spider. He's a good boy.
Livy's looking a bit sus.
Gahesh looks at K-Paw. Are you well enough to move? And she looks back at him. I think so. And she flips her legs off of the bed and stands. And she's a little uneasy, but she can stand. Godfrey, you would know that it's very clear based on K-Paw's previous state that there's some kind of healing magic to what Gilda offers, not just normal patching up. Like, there's no way that she would be able to walk with the 2 weeks of dehydration and starvation.
Oh, what did that? All right. Wait. The church is at the castle.
Yeah, we know.
Did you let Kepa know?
K-Paw said that.
Oh, okay.
We've had
Okay.
teams there looking out, keeping watch. We need to get back to the court.
All right. Okay, what is our plan?
We'll come up with one when we get there.
No, let's come up with one now.
Sounds like my kind of plan.
Can't.
But your kind of plan caused you to jump off a building, almost die.
I don't remember it that way.
Mhm,
I think
GG.
it was a pretty heroic jump.
I need my partner, and we need numbers. I have those at the court.
Your partner?
Mm-hmm.
It's not that dude who clings to you?
Gahesh? She gives him a weird look, and he kind of blushes and looks at Ziba, but it's hard to tell through his red dragonborn skin. I don't know what would give them that idea, he says. She looks back at you. That's my best friend.
Oh.
Cool.
Oh, you don't mean like heroic sidekick partner.
What are you getting at?
Ziba is like 3.
No.
She meant
Why does
like
your age keep getting lower? Okay.
until you told me. Ziba is really into superheroes right now, and she thought you meant like you're fighting your adventuring
To be honest,
partner.
that was also just Amos too. I did not catch on. I was like, what, her partner for investigating things? There's like a cop show deal? I'm just confused in general.
Maybe it will become more clear if we go to the court, she says, as she is kind of like using Gahesh's arm to make her way across.
Alright, we'll go. It would be kind of fun. So who's your partner?
You will meet her. Just come with me, please.
What, is she the princess?
Come on, let's just
Yeah,
start
he's
walking.
he's
I'm sure they'll
walking.
follow.
I was so confused, goes over to Livy and it's like, wait, did she mean like her like investigating partner? Does that make us partners or...
Oh no, she meant her girlfriend.
Oh, my older siblings had those. They never left our house for some reason. It was very annoying, but I like some of them.
Okay, I wonder why.
Right, this is happening. You make it maybe about 10 minutes into the walk, and Kepa becomes pretty exhausted. And she and Gahesh have an exchange where she gets on his back like a kid would, but it looks awesome because it's this huge, amazingly strong dwarvish woman on the back of this like gangly dragonborn.
Sorry for if my clothes don't. Yeah, they don't fit.
Oh, are
Sorry
these
about
yours?
that. Yeah, I thought walking around in the church getup might not be the best
That
idea.
is a good point. Thank you, she says.
Yeah, no problem.
It takes you a while. You're probably walking 40 minutes. You head west towards the docks, and then you make a sharp right heading north out of the city. You pass the huge gardens that make up the outskirts of the castle. There's fountains and people milling about. And you head through the guard district where you see the building that houses all the guards and the barracks, the homes of most of the guards on the outskirts of town here, just outside the city walls. And then you're in the countryside heading north. And then Gahesh heads down this strange looking path that you probably would not have noticed if you hadn't seen it before. and leads you on a very winding walk in varying directions, almost as if it's meant to be confusing, to a large home that is well kept, kind of built into the side of the dunes of the sand on the beach that is the coast, and walks in, and you find yourselves at the Carousel Court.
Are you telling me you were staying in a mansion the whole time and couldn't offer us a room?
We just met them yesterday.
I feel like I've known at least Godfrey for much longer than that. We know each other really well now.
You met him yesterday.
There's no time limit on becoming friends, Livy. I met
No,
you
I
in a
just meant,
dream.
like,
There
it's weirder than it sounds.
is a time limit.
Where?
And less creepy.
All right. You enter and you see a human dressed in black, with black leather armor and long black ponytail, sitting as Gahesh drops K-Paw onto the wooden floor of this. It's not a mansion, it's all one story. It looks like some kind of fort that maybe was left, some kind of remnant of something that these people have just kind of taken over and well maintained. The human runs over to K-Paw and gives her a huge hug and kisses her on the cheek and looks up at Gahesh, "Where did you find her?" And Gahesh says, "It's a long story and I don't feel like talking about it." And he leaves the room. He just walks down the hallway and leaves the room. You also see a high elf. He's kind of just like sitting there with a cup of coffee and a mug, and he's snapping his finger, and every time he does, a little spark of fire kind of emanates almost like a lighter from his thumb. And he looks over at you all and just kind of nods but doesn't really acknowledge anything or the excitement, and just kind of just keeps drinking. And then Daniel, what other character do they see here?
So sitting at the table across from Linus is a dwarf. Average to slightly low height for a dwarf. Sort of auburn, thick hair and a long beard, sort of coming out from the temples, and then down the back are these thick braids along the side of his head. And then they're also in his beard, and there are streaks of like salt and pepper in the braids, as well as like sort of like on either side of the beard. And there are these beautiful like gold rings that are like binding the braids in the beard and in his hair. And he's got this sort of chain scale shirt, not unlike kind of like the Under Armour that Gimli wears in Lord of the Rings, sort of comes to the elbows. And then there are these gauntlets of sort of silver with about an egg-sized blue gem, sort of banded in gold. And he's got sort of a dark blue, almost tabard over the chain shirt. So the shirt is under these robes. On his shoulder is a tiny little brown and white owl that's kind of just like nestled in like the beak is like picking at something like in one of the braids or something, like trying to annoy him. And he's writing in a book, and he's sort of like idly rolling around this like brass metal sphere with all of these weird inlaid silver and iron and copper and brass, and like there's all these symbols all over it. And then he kind of looks up. "Oh, greetings, Godfrey, you're back. Hello. It's good to see new faces around the court. I'm Morgus. What can I do for you? Do you need help?"
Yes. Do you have a library? Can I go to your library? Can I copy everything down in your library?
He'll kind of like look over at
Livy,
Linus
that's a bit invasive.
a little awkwardly, and he'll kind of stop rolling the orb with his left hand for a second and be like, I'm not the one you want to talk to about that. That's Linus here. Can I go in the library, Linus?
Oh, also, sorry for the...
Alright, follow me.
I've just heard a lot about...
That was easy.
Well, I was researching the Invisible Machinery, and your court always crept up. My name's Livy. It's a pleasure to meet you all.
Greetings, Livy. Morgus Brightfeet, at your service.
Weaver nods in your direction. It's nice to meet you. I would like to speak to you before you get too far away. Not new to strangers being brought into our home, but we do have rules I'd like to go over with you. Unless Godfrey or Gahesh already have.
No, we have not.
Oh, well, they told us nothing.
Somehow that didn't come up.
Every time we asked to, like... No, every time we asked them
Kapa
anything,
says,
they'll
like,
be
with her
"You'll
mouth full,
find
she's
out
just, like,
soon."
shoving blueberries and bread in her mouth at this point. Generally, I didn't really get to that part. I was trying not to die. And Weaver just, like, grabs her around the shoulders and kisses her on the cheek again. Don't say that.
Oh, no!
All right. What happened?
I'd very much like to know that myself. Are you alright, Kapa?
I think so. I'm very hungry. Do you have any of those croissants? And she looks at Weaver with, like, bright, shining eyes. And Weaver's like, yes, I will go get some. And she disappears out of the room.
Bring 2 plates, please.
All right.
3,
Oh,
perhaps.
Yeah,
I'll
bring-
just bring them all right?
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, wonderful.
She leaves.
At this point, Ziba, who's looked slightly confused, with no tack at all, just goes, "Oh, that's a girlfriend? I didn't realize they did that. I thought only moms did that." To Livy, really loud.
Kapa stops
I feel like the
shoveling
kiss on the
blueberries into
cheek.
her mouth and just
Yeah.
looks at you and then just nods and just keeps eating her blueberries. And Weaver comes back with like 30 some croissants
God,
and
I'm gonna
places
have to
them on the
explain
table
that
in
word.
front of everyone.
Oh, these are good. You guys should try these. And Morgus is going to start like digging in and like breaking one in
Sit down.
half, giving a little bit to the owl, and then like finding the butter and like a couple times of jam, and like he'll have like 4 different ones split in half with like a variety of these different flavors.
Yeah.
Ziba's gonna run around and sit down next to you and like shove one in her mouth and then try and see if she can feed one to the owl.
I think the owl just kind of, its head just kind of rotates around and it
Dee,
just kind of picks at
you
it.
should ask... Oh, sorry.
Livy, did you see that? I'm excited about it.
Oh,
I'm looking to Livy for
very good,
combination.
Zipper. It's
All
very
right, so
cute.
what happened? Weaver says.
Animals are so great. I love animals. I have them
Anyone?
for a while.
Well, so we went to the chapel.
Mhm.
We were ambushed by a couple of gargoyles. We found a bunch of spiders.
Okay.
We found a secret portion of the chapel. And down within that, there was yet another, more secret part of the chapel.
Double secrets.
And in there, we found K-Paw next to a summoning circle that was detailing an infernal.
Sorry,
A summoning
God.
sigil? Is that what you told me?
Yes, I translated and copied everything down.
May I see your copy,
Oh,
please?
of course.
Thank you.
Skip all of the personal notes at the beginning. Here's where it starts.
Morgus will just kind of like look up through his thick eyebrows at you and be like, I'll do my best. And he'll sort of just start examining this summoning circle and the infernal and whatnot. See if he can. We can get back to that, but he'll start looking at it and see if he can glean anything from it.
Yeah. Give me an Arcana check.
Would you like me to roll virtual dice?
You can roll physical dice.
Hey, it's so exciting. That's a 10.
A 10. I would say it tickles something, but you can't really, like, it just seems like what Livy said. Like, it just looks like a how-to guide on teleportation magic. Specifically summoning from the Underdark.
Yeah, I don't really see anything special about it beyond what your original description.
Sure.
He'll kind of just hand it back to you.
I haven't had a real chance to. I've read it and I've translated it, but it's going to take a while for me to actually read it, you know?
It's good to know your favorite color is red, by the way. I'm sorry,
What?
it was the only thing I saw in the personal bit.
Livy,
Oh.
you remember?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Was that your favorite color?
No, it's not. That's not my favorite color.
What is your favorite color?
Livy likes blue things. She's always buying blue handkerchiefs all the time and losing them. I don't know what that's about. Like, he's always losing them. And honestly, Livy, I mean, I know blue is typically, like, I don't know why my brother's always told me it was a boy color because I love blue and I don't think it is. But honestly, I think green goes better with your hair. But he
What's your
always wears
name?
blue.
Weaver looks at you, Ziba.
I'm Dee.
Dee Dee. And how old are you?
Livy will pretend not to care, but look very intently.
Little owl will kind of hop down.
Old enough. What's your business?
Okay. That's not really an answer.
Well, you haven't answered a lot of our questions yet.
I mean,
either.
DD, it's just polite. DD is just polite to answer a question, you know?
Little owl's gonna be kind of like hopping across the table a little bit. Like, kind of like past Ziba to try to get at some of the berries.
All right, well, this really isn't a place for children, you know?
I'm not
She
a
didn't
kid.
say that to you. She said it to
I
Livy.
can take care of myself. Oh, don't talk over me.
Yeah,
I can speak for
Livy,
myself.
Yeah, the entire
not
time
my
Livy is
keeper.
like grabbing a blueberry, giving it to the owl, like extending his hand.
Owl's gonna take the blueberry and scarf it down and
Oh.
go for another one.
She looks at Godfrey. You're not concerned of this?
He'd be concerned. He's like 12.
I would be lying. I would be lying if I said I was not concerned. I am a bit concerned, but I will say that she has held her own in combat, and I trust her capabilities immensely. She could hold her own as well as anyone else here in the court, and I will vouch for her.
Well, that's good enough for me. She can stay.
All right.
And if need be, I will... And then Godfrey will not finish that sentence because Dee Dee is right there.
I
Glaring.
mean, you can try
Nice
to like
boy. Did I
keep her away. She really doesn't listen.
So wait,
Hey,
how did you all end up with Godfrey here?
We were looking for Keepa because her mother asked us to. And we had a friend who was joining the church. So it all kind of coincided.
Okay.
Also, I'm a scholar of Maishiri and the Invisible War, so I had an interest anyway.
And you helped fight these gargoyles? Find the secret room?
I helped with the second part. The first part I provided emotional support and a barking dog.
That's it. Thank you so much for listening to episode 14. I can't believe we're already this far in. If you're enjoying, go ahead and like, subscribe, tell a friend, leave a review. Anything helps. You can find us on Patreon. If you really like what you hear, you can give us some monetary support and get some big benefits in return in joining our Discord community, getting free stickers and flyers and posters, everything that you need to be decked out in utopian knowledge and swag. Yeah, intro and outro by Nolan Clock. Mastered, produced, engineered by myself, Mystic Musings. Have a great day.